Hi there, hi Sagittarius. It's Rebecca from the Birds and the Bees Tarot. Used to be called Sapphire Coast Tarot, but now Birds and the Bees. I've moved, so no longer on the Sapphire Coast, hence why I've changed the name. I've been going through my own spiritual awakening, and sometimes I feel like I still am. Many lessons to learn, and once you have that connection with spirit, it's just like having a relationship with anyone else. You have your ups and your downs. Yeah, your ups and your downs, and your emotional days, your angry days, your happy days. Lots of different things happen. I've been going a little bit further into astrology and have found out some things about that. Not only is our Venus sign connected to our love, we also have our moon sign as well. There's also something called the Eros sign, and I'm not ready yet. The Eros and the Psyche, which is they are asteroids, I guess you could say. And Mars. So our Mars sign shows us the style in which we express our sexual nature. Mars shows our Mars shows our desire nature and how we go about pursuing our desires. So that shows us how we go and why we get up in the morning and we go and, we might go and chase someone that we're, like or whatever. And our Venus sign, which is our ruler of love, shows us some of the important trappings and foreplay that helps us get in the mood for sex. Venus attracts rather than pursues. So Venus is more about how you attract the opposite sex, whereas Mars is how you go and get it. There is also the moon sign, which is like your sun and then your moon. The sign of our moon shows us some of our underlying emotional needs that may express themselves as sexual fantasies and needs. And the Eros is the sign position of asteroid Eros, can reveal some of our erotic turn-ons as well as the level or extent of our erotic nature. But I will be going a little bit further into this, but I'll firstly do your reading. Sagittarius, I'm doing it for the month of October. In this time, I have been, since I've had all this time off and moved and lots of changes have happened in my life, I think I might have done that wrong. I've designed my own tarot deck. So the designs that you can see behind me, are some of the designs. They're paintings, but I've also done drawings, etc. So I'm going to show you the cards as I call them out and talk about your reading. I'm going to do like 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a month. Sometimes we have 5, but I'll just do 4, and if there's 5 in a month, well, that's just too bad, isn't it? Okay, so I'm doing your reading now. I just shuffled those so they're all mixed up now. So they're all mixed up as in upside down and back to front. So that wasn't very smart of me, was it? So we've had some, heaps of rain here at the moment. So I had got some things dry, some things not. So everyone's sort of in the same boat, and we have lots of potholes, etc. I suppose there's been a lot going on in the world. At least everything's open now since last time I was on this channel. We couldn't really do anything. We were all sort of locked up and Well, now here we're out. But now we're out and about. Okay, so they're all up the right way. I'll just put that over there. All right, let's see what we've got for Sagittarius. Right, let's see. Okay. Right, spirits and guides. What do we have for the first week? I know we're like already through the first week, and it's the 8th. It's a full moon in Australia tomorrow on the 9th, and that is in Aries. So for some of us, that's going to give us a lot of energy, and we're going to be running on 6 cylinders and being very energetic. Okay, so the first card out for you, Aries, is the Magician. You can see that card there is the one to my right. Yeah, there. So yeah, okay, so that's the Magician. The Magician has all the tools to manifest whatever they like. They have the Wands, which talks about being passionate. You're very passionate and driven, so you're able to do that. You have the Swords, which are communication. You're very good at communicating. The next one out is the Knight of Cups. With the Magician, we're talking about the coins. That means you have, you're stable, you've got your own home environment, you've got a job. And the cups are talking about your love and your emotions, your families, and anyone that you're involved in. Okay, so the Knight of Cups talks about someone coming to, you've manifested possibly someone coming in to talk to you about, or you wanting to go to talk to someone else. The Knight of Cups is expressing this in the original Rider-Waite. There's a knight on a horse wanting to express how they feel about someone. So my interpretation of that is, some roses in a vase, very romantic, expressing desires for someone else. So I see that that's what's going to be happening, Sagittarius. So you can watch this as your moon sign, your Mars sign, your Psyche sign, or your Eros sign. So that's what I'm sort of going to be talking about in this as I get to learn it. This is what I'm going to be doing. So it's easier for people to watch tarot and watch the correct sign, because the thing is, we watch tarot and we make it fit because we want to make it fit. So generally people watch their sun sign, and it's not necessarily going to be about your love. It might be, if it's specifically a love reading, then you shouldn't be watching your sun sign. You should be watching, the four other signs that I spoke about. Or if you're already in a relationship and you want to find something out about the other person communication-wise, then you'd be looking at your Mercury sign, because Mercury is all about the communication. So this is why you really need to know your natal chart and where your placements are, not just your sun sign. Okay, so because honestly, you can watch tarot till you're blue in the face, but if you're just watching the same thing and nothing's happening, well, you're going to be becoming very, very frustrated because nothing is happening for you. And then you're, huffing and puffing around the house going, well, nothing's ever happening. Well, where's all this stuff? Tarot's saying this, but you're not watching the right reading. So it's very hard to understand tarot, and this is what I've been doing over the past few years, is studying the, whys and all about it, because unless you listen and you understand it, you need, it's very, very hard. Like, it's a needle in a haystack, seriously. I mean, to pick the right reading for you, it's a, 1 in 100 chance. But anyway, that's my interpretation of it. But anyway, I've designed this deck, so hopefully you can buy this. It's for the reader, It's a very good interpretation of the deck. I learnt how to read cards out of designing my own deck, not just reading off a script. So that's where it's been helpful for me. So I'll just continue with your reading, Sagittarius. Now, okay, so let's see what else we have for the first week. Oh, that's a lot. I can't take all that. No way. That's too many. Just two, please, Spirit. Two. Two more cards for the first week. Okay, that's good. The Two of Coins talks about, you. In this card you can see that, you know, this woman here is spinning lots of plates. So that means that you could have kids, you'd be juggling men, women, family commitments, you know, responsibilities, just trying to make it all happen for you. But as I see it, you're manifesting this Knight of Cups coming in. You've been doing your work on yourself. The Knight of Cups is going to come in and make possibly an offer or declare their love to you. And now you're going to be feeling like you are spinning all of those plates because you've got something extra to think about. That's how I see that. Okay. One more, please, for Sagittarius's love life. Okay. So the Queen of Cups. So we've got the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, I believe that it is a Scorpio. Now a Scorpio, it could be a Scorpio Eros, it could be a Scorpio Psyche, it could be a Queen of Cups, it could be, a Scorpio Mars sign, or it could be a Scorpio Venus sign. See, this is where it gets confusing. So unless you know where your placements are, it's just luck, honestly. So anyway, Sagittarius, however you're reading this, I believe that you're a good manifester. You've manifested someone into your life to come in, right in, and let you know how they feel about you. You are now feeling like that you are spinning a few plates because we have a Scorpio who's going to declare their love for you, unless you have a Scorpio placement. Okay, so this could mean that this is the same person. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups could be the same person, or you've manifested the Knight of Cups, which could be like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're spinning the plates. You sort of don't know what to do, but you're trying to, keep everyone steady. And then we have the Queen of Cups on the other side. So I'm thinking that they're two different people. Two water signs. I feel like that they're two water signs, Sagittarius, and you're spinning the plates. You don't know what to do. Okay, so that's the first week, which we have had, but anyway, I might clarify that Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups later on, just so we can see if it's a different person. All right, so the second week for you, Sagittarius. Let's see what else we have got going on for Sagittarius for the second week of October 2022, please. You might be feeling the effects of the full moon if you have some sort of a water placement. I definitely am. Or I get emotional and a bit crazy. Okay, so we've got some cards out here. We've got the Seven of Wands. Now, this Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground. You've stuck yourself back together after some time out, probably some major healing, and you're standing your ground in respect to what you believe in and what you expect from another person. You know your boundaries. and you're not about to give it up for anyone, or you're not association with riffraff anymore. Like, someone's got to come to you in truth. They've got to express exactly what they want, and there's no mucking around and playing games anymore. Okay, so then we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands talks about commitment. It talks about having a steady relationship with someone. It could mean, it's whatever it means for you. It could mean that you just go out on a date. It could mean that you move in together. It could mean that you get engaged. It could mean that, that you're, it's a wish fulfilled card, really, like the Four Wands in the original Rider-Waite deck. There's a scene where two people are getting married in the distance. So here I've got that as a man getting down on his knee, just giving some flowers to someone. So it's whatever stage you're in the relationship with. Okay, so I feel like those just fell out. Those were the important ones. Okay, so just two more, please, for the second week of... Okay. Right, okay. The Eight of Swords. You're feeling like that you're restricted, that you can't get out of this situation. You've got two expressions of love I can see here. Possibly you've manifested them both, and you don't know what to do. But in this card, you can see that the person has, or the woman there, doesn't have any bars in front of her. In the original Rider-Waite deck, there is swords all around, like the swords are pointing down. She's blindfolded and bound, like at the shoulders, but she can easily get out there loose. So my interpretation of that is just someone in bars, but they're not really in bars, they're at the front. So they can walk out. You can get out of this situation if you want to. It's easy. You just make the decision. But it seems like that you are undecided because you've got two people that you obviously care about. But you're standing your ground because you really want the Four of Wands. You don't want just a flash in, flash out. You're looking for commitment. So possibly that's why you're undecided. You probably like both of them. But you're wanting the Four of Wands, like you're wanting a commitment. So really you aren't bound. You can make a decision. You just have to make it. And that's sometimes hard when you like two people and you care about them and you don't want to hurt their feelings. Okay, so this card here talks about having strength and choices. Just what I said, choices, like the seven of cups is choices in this. So it's a North of Crosses game. You can choose whichever cup you want. You've got many. Like, it might just not be two. It might be a few people that are interested in you and you don't even realise. So that's what's happening in the second week. So you're standing your ground, you want commitment, you're able to get out of the bind that you're in because you have all these choices, and that's very confusing for you. But as I said, it's not the easiest thing to do is make a choice. Okay, so we'll have four more cards for the third week in October, please, 2022. Okay, the first card out is the Hierophant. The Hierophant, you can see to the left there, you can see that pony on the wall, that's now in this card. The Hierophant talks about you having some sort of a psychic power, like you've you've done your spiritual work, or you've been working on yourself and you do know your worth. This is why you're standing your ground in the start of week 2. You know what you deserve. This could also mean that you are having a higher commitment with someone. It can talk about like legal places. I think in the original Rider-Waite, there's a lady sitting and she's, or a man, I don't know, and there's two poles next to her, and it's sort of like, you know, sort of how you want the correct chain of command. Like you're wanting commitment, and you're wanting a serious, you're wanting like marriage or an engagement. You want to do the proper thing in your mind, that you know that you want to be with someone not just for a couple of years. You're looking at a lifetime commitment with someone. Okay, so that's the third week. Start, I should say. Okay, so let's see what else we have for the third week of October 2022 for Sagittarius, please, spirits and guides. Ancestors, angels, what can we tell Sagittarius? Okay. Right, here we've got the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords, as you can see, this person's on their bed. Sleepless nights. You could be possibly dreaming about what you want, or having some dreams about past lives, or dreaming about these two people who are coming into your life. They might not be stepping up to the plate. They could be declaring their love, but they're not actually making the final commitment that you want, or they're looking for something different. Like they're willing to express their love, but they're not. They might just be wanting, you know, lots of love and tenderness. Whatever your situation is. But this card talks about sleepless nights and just not being able to sleep. As I said, it could be about dreams too, which are keeping you awake. Okay. The next one out is the Knight of Coins, which is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the person that you want coming in. Like this person here, it's taken a long time. They're a stable person. You could have been waiting for this person for a long time, but it seems like it's either one of these who have come in and declared their love, or it's a third energy. Someone that has come in and they're going to not only express their love, but they are going to give you that commitment that they want. Out of the 3 nights, this one takes the longest to come in. They may take the longest, but they are the one that actually gets to the finish line. So this is in the third week. So after we're into the third week of October, you may get some resolution with the Knight of Coins, maybe coming in to express. That's why you've got that 7 of Cups there, because you've got choices. Nice. Better to have choices than no choices. Okay, just one more card for the third week of October, please, spirits. Let's see, one more card for Sagittarius. If you want to look more into your psyche and your Eros sign, you can look on Cafe Astrology on Google and find out which one you are. I mean, I haven't got any Virgo in my chart, but my psyche sign is Virgo, and my Eros sign is Scorpio. So, yeah, and I don't have any of that in my chart. So that's why. So we all have every sign in our chart. It just depends on where it's placed and which planet. It's difficult to figure it out. Okay, so we have got the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords talks about someone watching you. Someone could be watching you from a distance. It can also mean that you have a few different suitors to choose from. Yes, you do. But you are going to be moving on with your life with whatever choice you've made. It could be with the Knight of Coins, because the Knight of Coins is going to give you that commitment that you're wanting in the second week, that the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups weren't able to give you in the first week. You've stood up as the Hierophant. Even though you've had the sleepless nights, the Knight of Coins, that's an earth sign. So that's going to be someone that's very grounded. It's going to be a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. And someone's watching you from a distance. But this card can also talk about the fact that you are moving on. You're moving on and you know what you want, and just that's a good sign. You could be moving on with starting a new business venture with one of these people. A new business venture could be that you could be making some money out of, say, you're going to be making some music. It could mean that you're going to take up a hobby, which is eventually going to turn into a business. But it's something that you love to do. So it's talking about a new opportunity, but it's something that's going to be able, but it's something that you, like, it's not just going to be a job, it's going to be something that you want to do. So it could be with one of these people that you're going to be starting up a new business, but it's something that you've always wanted to do. That's in the fourth week. Okay, let's have 3 more cards out for the fourth week. I'm going to clarify these Knights and this Queen of Cups, so then you know who it is, because you know these people that you have in your life. Okay, Sagittarius, 4th week of October 2022. You can keep this reading and go back and look like at each week. Without a personal reading, if you want a personal reading, you can contact me and I can find out your placements for sure, do the reading, and then we can sort of pinpoint who you're thinking about, who you're talking about, and what's going to happen with them. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Swords here. This card does, well, it looks like that there are 3 people in the scenario, so it could be that you have 3 people. It could be a mother involved, could be a father, a sister, brother, friend, an ex, just that there's 3 people in the relationship. So this can be a good thing, and it can also be a not so good thing. It's just going to depend on your situation. So that's sort of happening there in the 4th week for you. It could just be like a mother that is interfering and you just, yeah, you're going to leave them behind, or I don't know what you're going to do, but it could be a father, it could be a sibling, could be an ex, it could be an ex and someone new, and that's what these different people are, because I'm talking about a Knight of Coins, a Knight of Cups and a Queen of Cups. Okay, 2 more cards out for Sagittarius, please. And Knight and Queen, it's not, it's just the energy. It doesn't mean whether it's male or female. The only one that I can tell from the Queen of Cups is the Scorpio, because I consider the King is the Cancer. Two more cards, please, Spirit, for... Okay. So we've got the Queen of Coins. Oh, where are they? Oh, God. We've got the Queen of Coins, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So not this is why you've got all these choices. So you're... Oh, God. You're going to have to figure this one out. The Queen of Coins, to me, is a Virgo. So you've got a Virgo here, more than likely going to be their sun sign, I would say. So you've definitely got a Scorpio in the first week, and then you have got a Virgo in the last week. As for anything else, they're Knights. Could also be that you have a water placement in your chart and an earth placement for the Knights. See how confusing it is? So unless you have a personal reading, like, you're not going to know. Okay, so the Queen of... These are the three... Oh, okay. These are the three people. Right, I see. Right. So you've got a Virgo, you've got a Page, and you've got another Queen. So you've got a Virgo, you've got a Aquarius, and you've got a Libra. These are the three people. Three of Swords, three people. So you've got here, you've got the is it Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Right, so that's, yep, that's your Libra. You've got a Libra, you've got an Aquarius, and you've got a Virgo. This is now, that's in the fourth week. Hallelujah. So at least you know who they are. Right, well, that's what's happened. Okay, so I'm thinking, right, the Knight of Coins here, this Knight of Coins is this Virgo at the end. The Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords is the Aquarius and the Libra, and I'm thinking that they have, one of them has a Scorpio placement and the other one has a Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces placement. Yeah, you've got lots of decisions here to make, Sagittarius. Okay, so you've manifested these three people, whether you've willingly done it or not. You're juggling, you're wanting, you're standing your ground, and you definitely want the Four of Wands. You're wanting a commitment. You're not wanting a flyby or one night stand or, a couple of months or anything. You want someone for the rest of your life, you've decided on. You may be feeling restricted because you possibly have children and it's hard for you to introduce someone to them. It could just be a family interference, but we're talking about the fact that you've got choices here. You're standing in your power. You definitely want some sort of a legal or a commitment, as in going into the future. Hierophant can also talk about becoming psychically aware of your spiritual growth, learning more about your spirituality. You have been kept up at night. Fives here with this card. The Five of Swords talks about moving onwards and upwards, and you're not listening anymore to anyone else. You're going to be taking on some venture that you love, and it's going to be making you some money. There are three people in this relationship. You could have any one of these placements, but this is who it is. It is the Virgo, the Aquarius, and the Libra. So whichever you have, Sagittarius, as I say, a moon sign, Mars sign, Psyche sign, Eros, yeah. It's however you see it. So, yeah, that's that's your reading for October. Woohoo! Yeah, so there's no point in me having to clarify that because Spirit's given me those three at the end there. Loud and clear. Okay, so I'm going to pull you a little Universal Love Oracle card. Remember, you can come back and look at the weeks. I know time's fluid and for some reason Spirit doesn't understand time. God knows why they don't, but anyway, that's just how it is. This is nearly, this is 35 minutes. It's too much. I just want one card. I might just pick one out. Okay. Golden memories. You're probably feeling very nostalgic at the moment because of the full moon. You can be becoming very, what do you call it? Thinking about your past. You know, we all do it. We're all sucked into the tunnel, the hole, our past. Okay, so golden memories. Let's see what we've got. Someone is thinking fondly of you at this very moment. Okay, reflecting on golden memories of precious moments spent together. He or she is someone dear to you who has passed into the world of spirit. They want you to know that all is well and neither time nor space can separate that which is united through love. For love has no boundaries. Its presence reaches beyond walls, grievances and lifetimes. It is not bound by borders, fears or hurt. Love is without self, without ego, and as constant as the light of a billion golden stars. We all leave our physical body at some point, but our spirit lives eternally. Those we love are always with us. They live in our hearts, and a part of us lives in theirs. Love is never lost. So if you need to tell someone that you love them, do it. Because guess what? Time is not forever. You've only got this life and you're not going to remember the next one, and you haven't remembered your past one. You can look into that if you do meditation into past life regression. I've done it, and you can go back into that. It's a pretty amazing space to be in. Yeah, but, you know, I did it because some things were holding me back, but, you know, you do whatever you do. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your October. I'm just starting back, so I'm just going to be doing a few things. I'll be doing another reading later on in the month. But I hope you all have a good few weeks before I come back, and stay safe. See you later. Bye, Sagittarius.